The only enemy we have is called poverty. The first thing every young person must do is to overcome poverty. And 4 years in school is enough to make that drastic decision. There's a template for every young person that wants to get better. You have to learn from some of the very best. Then you have to export that talent.
Good morning, Calabar. Good morning, people of the beautiful Paradise City. Malabites, Malabresses, you are welcome to yet another amazing episode on the Founders Community Network. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Founders CoNet. And you know how we do it every single Tuesday. Today I hit you right on time. It's 10 a.m. Ooh, it's 1 minute past 10 a.m. Okay, so you know that this is the Founders Community Network. It's the show where we celebrate bold ideas, creative journeys. We celebrate visionaries, their visions, their stories, and then also we foster inspiration on this platform. And of course, by now you should know it, but of course I will still tell you that I'm your host for this show. My name is Eneja Wisdom Eneja. I'm that wise girl behind the mic on the Founders Community Network, and this is Unical Radio International 103.5 FM. I want you to sit tight. I want you to be excited. Get a glass of water. Strap your seatbelt. It's about to be a very, very smooth ride. Get ready because my guest for today, he's a Gengen one. And you know the giveaway package for today is yet another Gengen one. So I want you to anticipate, get ready. We have everything prepared, cooked, and packaged for you today. Just for heads up sake, we are live on YouTube, we are live on Facebook. You can find us when you type on that search bar Unical Radio International on Facebook. On YouTube it's Unical Radio International. Yes, and then of course you could find snippets and feedbacks later on my personal page, Eneja Wisdom. Everywhere. I don't have energy to put any other special effects. Just type Eneja, type Wisdom, and you find me. But yes, let's get back to the cocoa for today. Yes, my guest for today is a techie. He is a guru. He is an innovator. I think right now you should be able to piece it together. But don't worry, I will let you know what his name is real soon. And for today, our guest is giving away. You know what? I'll let him tell you by himself what he's giving away so that he gets your interest up. Yes, my guest for today is Mr. I rehearsed, guys. Show me grace. Mr. Oyo Effiom. He's the founder and the chief executive of the Guru Innovation Hub, dedicated to accelerating entrepreneurship, technology, and innovation for social impact. He's also the founder of the Inner Foods. Just in case I got that wrong, I will let him correct me. I'm always on the learning side, guys. I'm active here. Okay. It's a company focused on healthy, locally sourced food products and food brand innovation. Also, Mr. Effiom is a leadership expert. He's a public speaker. He's a life coach, and he's an author. Many things. He wears many hats. So don't sit by your window and keep daydreaming when you don't have any hats and you cannot afford any hats. Don't steal any hats. Make the hats for yourself. So through his work, Mr. Effiom mentors young people, empowers innovators, and builds ecosystems where tech meets business and social value. Mr. Effiom, let me allow him to introduce himself. After all, he is the man of the hour. Good morning. So we're excited to have you.
I'm very excited to be here. Good morning, Unical. Good morning, Calabar.
Okay, he greeted Unical. He greeted Unical Radio. He greeted Calabar. You don't greet me. No wahala. It's okay, sir.
Good morning, my host. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much, sir, for making time. Guys, you don't want to know the battle I had to fight to get Mr. Effiom in this studio. But I won anyway. I did. I was going to blow up his phone till he honors this invitation. So I'll let him give us, a brief intro, like introduction of himself. Tell us who he is, what his name is, about the two brands I just mentioned, and tell us the giveaway for today.
Oh, thank you. My name is Oyo Effiom. I think a bit of the introduction has been done by the host. From Cross River State. I'm a Nigerian.
Okay.
I run a company called Guru Innovation Hub. 2023, we did a bit of research looking at the problem facing young people in Cross River State. And top of the list we saw it was poverty and unemployment.
Whoa.
So I asked my team, what exactly do you think we have to do to change the narrative? So we said the fastest way was to see how we can take the route of technology, innovation, and entrepreneurship. So we had to write a letter of partnership to the University of Cross River State to see how we can partner to set up our first hub. So actually our first hub is in Cross River University.
Oh wow.
Then that was the beginning of everything. So our work is focused on how we can build global talent from the city of Calabar. We have a goal that by 2027, end of 2027, we're going to have 1,000 young persons who are earning a minimum of $1,000 from the city of Calabar. So that's what we've been trying to inspire when it comes to development of talent. Then we also focus on seeing how we can inspire people from the city to build startups that are solving real problem, everyday problem. Cross River State has a population of about 4.4 million persons, and when we look around the state, you see that the tech solutions we're using are obviously tech solutions from companies outside Cross River State, maybe Lagos, outside Nigeria. And the big question is, who's building for Cross River?
Who's building for Cross River
State? Who's putting the technology in the hands of people in Cross River State? So we want to inspire the generation of young persons who are building for Cross River, building for Nigeria, building for Africa. So we're innovating for Africa through the Guru Innovation Hub. So in Guru Innovation Hub, we do talent development. We run a venture studio. So you got an idea, you don't have technical background, but you want to see how to turn this into a tech product. So you can just walk into Guru Innovation Hub and we can work with you in building something like that. We have a couple of ideas that we're working with people to see how to build. Fun enough, there's even like a dating app. So
oh wow! I have a colleague. I think he should go on that dating app. He's been single for way too long. Has no hope of finding love.
All right.
Yes.
So a lot of stuff. So we also run like incubation. So you got a business idea, and we can take your business idea, work with you through A to Z to see how to push out your first product, your MVP, minimum valuable product, into the market.
Yeah.
Then for Iwan, it was Iwan. Iwan, it's farm in Effiom.
Okay.
You know?
Well, it's spelled INWANG. Oh my sweet Lord.
So
Iwan.
what we're doing, it's actually agri and food tech. So we want to build technology that powers agriculture through that other company. So we had to experiment with what we call Iwan Food. Iwan Food is quick commerce. So on demand supply. So you need food. Before somebody go online to request for food, it means the person is hungry. The person needs the food within 30 minutes or thereabouts. So we're providing on demand supply for anyone who needs food in Calabar, and it's been good. We launched August 15, and we've done over 3,000 plates of food supply.
Whoa, 3,000
in the city of Calabar. So, and we hope to scale. We're still trying to see how to scale, how we can make something big out of this. We have local competitors like Global Chowdeck, and we think that someday we'll be able to build something from this city that can compete with the Lagos brands, and we can take this our solution off Calabar to other big cities to compete perfectly well and all of that.
Already you can tell that. Yeah, already you can tell that Mr. Effiom knows his onions, he knows his eggs and his pepper. And you can also, of course, tell that he is very, very learned. I only asked him to introduce himself and he's told me about his entire empire, and I'm enjoying it so far. I hope you are. Just in case you're joining us, this is the Founders Community Network. We reach you here every Tuesday by 10 a.m. And yes, my guest for today has decided to give away 10 free slots for training. Techies. Now this is for you, especially those who are so passionate about learning things in the tech world. And just in case you don't have a clue, this is also your chance to learn. So it's giving away 10 free slots for tech training. I think it's websites.
Yeah, I think we can
software designing.
Yeah, we can do maybe more than 10. So I think what will happen is that those who are very interested should just drop their contact. I don't know how you're going to select them.
Yeah,
so
okay.
They can pass through you, then
Okay.
we'll invite them for onboarding session.
Okay.
Then we'll give them access to our learning management system so where they can actually take training at the comfort of their own time.
Guys.
Learn. So it's just up to you to determine how.
You see why I love my job. You see why I love this show. And this is the reason why you shouldn't miss any episode on the Founders Community Network, because what we had packaged and prepared for you was just 10 free slots. But now our guest has decided to extend it. So here's the good thing. After the show today, after the 10 slots are won, after the show, you get the chance to call in on other shows presented to you today on Unical Radio and just show interest. Send us a text on WhatsApp, you'll be added to the list, and you've gotten yourself a free slot to learn, something about software designing. It is a great opportunity, but now I'll take time to focus on my guests. Let's begin with your background. Your background now. If we took a trip down memory lane, we go back to when you were a child, what would we meet 10-year-old? 7-year-old Effiom doing? Was he playing in sand? Was he molding clay soil? Or was he, on laptops and phones? What were you interested in? What was it like growing up? Yeah.
Okay, obviously the younger me was I was the dummy of my class.
Oh,
yeah, so
I'm going to write that down.
Yeah, I was just that young boy who wasn't gonna answer any question in class. I remember that it took me, I think, up to 8 to 10 years before I could read and write. So,
how
but I had carrying
18?
About 8 or 10 years
Okay.
before I could read and write. So, but I had carrying parents. So my dad took it upon himself to teach me how to read. So we have this vowel sound in Effiom. We have R, A, E, O, O, So when I come back from school, he was going to teach me that. But no matter how he taught me, I do forget. So my mom devised a method, standing at the door every time I'm back from school to say I have to recite what the teacher taught me. So before coming in. So
Whoa.
That if I don't recite, she wasn't going to give me food. So this became something very serious. So then I was a foodie, so I knew that if I don't try to cram what was taught in class, I wasn't going to get my food. So I now started developing love towards listening, cramming, coming back to tell my mom. I think that shifted everything for me from there. I learned how to read. And funny enough, the first thing I read was Jesus is Lord. We're like going back, we're going to church. That was Tuesday, my dad was a reverend in Assemblies of God, so we're going to church. Down the road, I saw an inscription on a lorry and I read it. And I was like, you read this stuff?
You read it?
Read it again. So I didn't. And that's like everything.
That's like the breakthrough.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm excited to know that was the first thing. I know by now my listeners all over the world already know that I'm such a church girl. I get so excited when my guests talk about God. It's really intriguing to know that the very first thing you read as a child who was struggling with vowel sounds is a complete statement that preaches the gospel. Jesus is Lord. So I'm trying to put myself together. So apart from, the rough time learning how to read, what was it like growing up? Did you have a rough childhood? Were there times where you struggled? How was your education, from primary level up to the university level?
I wouldn't say it was rough. I think I had caring parents that tried to see how I could get what they can offer. Yeah, so I went to the oldest primary school in Nigeria, Jigtown Primary School. So I went to the second oldest secondary school in Nigeria, Opodel. So as at the time, Opodel was like
Does that mean you're really old?
I don't know. So like Opodel was a school for that every guy looks out to attend. So I think that was cool. But during university, battling to get into medicine and surgery and this and that became something else.
Are you serious?
But finally, I didn't get that.
I was waiting to hear. I was waiting to hear, but finally I got in. I was like, finally I didn't get.
Finally, I didn't get. It's all fine, but I think that I've moved into at some point I became like a mind doctor. I've been able to heal minds, been able to inspire people to take the power of their mind to do things ordinarily they wouldn't have done. So
you studied something else?
Yeah, biochemistry. From biochemistry, masters in public health.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that means you have 2 degrees.
Yeah.
You say that casually. You went to school twice. Studied a course of 17 years twice.
I don't know if that's important.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow. He makes it sound so easy that you went to school, studied, a tedious science course for passion's sake twice. Passion. It wasn't passion?
Oh.
You have other? Okay, that's fine. Let's leave that. Okay, so when exactly did you realize that you wanted to be a founder? When did it click? When did you know that you wanted to be an impact leader rather than following a conventional career path?
Well, I think from childhood I've had this from childhood, at some point during childhood, I used to sell pure water.
Okay.
Not ice water. It was ice water then.
Ice water.
The one they put in. The tie.
Yes.
And all of that. So me and my sister. But I used to outspace her. So if they give us, for instance, maybe 200 naira ice water to go sell, I'll finish mine before her, come back and pick again.
200 naira.
Yeah, something
that
like
was big money there.
Yeah, that was big money. So at some point, my dad told me that I don't need to do that again, that I'm beginning to love business more than even school. So
he was worried.
Yeah, he was worried. So I think from there, when I got into university, I always knew that I was going to do entrepreneurship because my mom would tell me, hey, you got to work. I said, don't worry, I'll create my own work. And so my own path towards entrepreneurship was a bit something that I was already determined about.
It was something that you already had a spark for.
Yes.
So what brought about medicine and surgery? From where, sir?
No, childhood.
Childhood. Yeah, you heard your classmates scream, I want to be a doctor.
No, I think it was just fantasy, dream, childhood dream.
Or family pressure?
No, I would not even say childhood dream because the dream keep changing. The initial was to be a lawyer, from lawyer engineering to medicine. So it's been different things and
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but eventually you found out what your heart really was beating for and you went for it. So you would say you are enjoying the field you are in now.
Enjoyment? What?
Who are you? Who are you?
Okay.
You first of all made having 2 degrees sound casual, and now you're like enjoyment. But are you actually enjoying what you are doing now? That's the question. Is it something that you want to wake up every day and keep going?
That's the point. Entrepreneurship is not about enjoyment.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're cut out to be an entrepreneur, it's not about whether you're enjoying it or not. You don't even have any other option. Your only option is to wake up and do it. So whether you find enjoyment or you don't find enjoyment, you have to keep doing it. You have to keep creating. So I wake up every day understanding that there are many young persons whose salary is tied to what I am doing. So whether I enjoy it or not, I have to wake up.
True.
So it's not about enjoyment
anymore.
Yes. It's not about my comfort. I may have what I need immediately, but it's not about my comfort. It's about creating opportunity. What opportunity can we create? About 70% of young persons in Cross River, 70% of our population are young people in Cross River State. How can we create opportunity for them? So that person cannot be comfortable.
Yeah.
So I don't sleep and wake up with comfort. Wow. I sleep most time with problem, and I wake up with trying to find solution. So I'm literally, when you're cut out for entrepreneurship, you know that, man, you don't have your mind. You're like a mad person.
Whoa.
Yes. By 6 a.m., by 5:30, I called most of my team members to show up in the office by 8 a.m. for a meeting. I didn't even inform them 2 days ago. Because every time you wake up, there's something you think that you guys have to do. So is it enjoyment?
Now
Is
you
it
make
passion? It's a
entrepreneurship
calling.
sound
I think
scary.
it's a calling.
It's a calling. I'm
Yeah,
going to put
it's
that down.
demanding. I think it's a calling. So because it's a calling, whether you enjoy it or not, you have to just keep the fire burning.
Whew. So now let's talk about Guru Innovation. Right?
Yeah.
When was the time that it hit you? It came. When did the idea come? When were you sure I want to build this? Where did it start? How did it come about?
Pretty enough, I didn't actually think about it.
Okay.
So at some point, I had an office in the first hub that was in Calabar. The hub was called Lift Hub.
Lift Hub.
Yes, it was owned by my friend. So the shutdown at some point, because running a hub is very demanding, and most times I see people thinking that hub is actually business, and I laugh. That's why I say it's calling, because most times if you don't keep the lights on, you don't keep the internet running, and people just walk in and work, sometimes they don't have money, you're gonna kill the ecosystem.
True.
So my friend had to pack his bag, shut down the operation of the hub, as at that time. Then because we're building something somewhere else to move in and restructure the operation of it. So it now took a bit longer than it was. So at this time we had clubs in university, Guru Club. So we had in Unical, we had in Unicross. So the Unicross team told me, hey, come on, let's see how to have a center where young people can come together in school to learn skill, find opportunity, learn entrepreneurship and all of that. So I bought into the idea. We started working towards it. So that's how Guru Innovation came about. It came to be.
What about the name? When did it switch from Guru Club to Guru Innovation Hub?
No, because we run Guru Foundation. We have Guru Foundation.
Okay.
So I just knew that everything had to be attached to Guru.
Yes.
Yeah, so Guru Foundation, Guru Club, Guru Innovation Hub, just a continuation of what we've started already, so that the name can stick to people's mind and it could be easy.
Okay, so now let's
that
talk
was
about
January 2023.
Okay.
Was when we started.
So that's when it started all together.
Yeah, all together.
I'm going to give you a chance now to tell us about In One Food, because you seem very, very passionate about it. I want to know what inspired you to branch into the food industry, and how do you balance that with being a techie?
Okay. Well, we don't cook the food.
Okay.
We only build a software company.
Okay.
We're a software company. On-demand food supply. So we're just a software company. So when you're hungry, you need food. What we do is that we connect you to restaurants, so you can buy the food from any restaurant in Calabar, and then a logistic person gets the food delivered to you.
It to me.
Yeah, so but we do this on our web app.
Wow.
Yeah, so you don't need to call a number or send a WhatsApp message. You just need to go on the platform, and the magic happens there. So why we're doing this is because on average, if you want to start up a restaurant in Calabar, you need about 3 to 5 million naira. And many persons don't have this money.
Yeah.
So, but if you have your kitchen, you have your gas, you have a pot, and you can cook very well, then you can be in the food business. So what we are doing through the One Food project is that we are democratizing access to restaurants.
Okay.
So anybody can be. So it's like bowls for food. It's bowls of food. Anybody can be in the restaurant business. If you just have a smartphone, you have a cooking pot, you have this, and then you pass through our KYC, then perfect and fine, you can start your business. So we want to ensure that, because the number of restaurants we even have in Nigeria is less. We have about, I think about whether 500 something thousand restaurants or thereabout. But compared with our population, so there have to be many more restaurants so that people can save up time and do things that are more meaningful to them. So like a student, spend your time and read and do research. Food should be made available to you anytime you want food. So we are available to ensure that at any time you need food, the food should be available to you within 20 to 30 minutes.
I think that's really smart. I think it's a really, really innovative move. And here I was thinking that, you know what, he decided to venture into the food industry, not knowing what they do is use the tech to make it available to you.
It's just software.
This is mind blowing. Now, as a leader, because I mentioned earlier that he wears a lot of hats. He is a life coach and author, leadership experts, that many things on his head. So now, as a leadership expert and life coach, what are the top 3 leadership traits you have that you think every leader, every entrepreneur out there need to have or need to, cultivate in themselves?
Okay, so I think for me, empathy is one thing that
Empathy.
yeah, everything I do comes from my heart. It comes from the problem people are facing. It's we use the methodology we call human-centered design. Human-centered design. So I try as much as possible to think about what young people are thinking because I live and I grow up. I mingle with a lot of young people.
True.
So in short, let me go back to like the hub. What really inspired me to push and invest my money was a young person that volunteered with our foundation. So he was managing our website then. I remember I used to give him transport, give him money and all of that. So it got better to a point, I think 2021. He told me, boss, I've gotten a job. And I was so excited. I said, oh, really? That's great. I said, where is the company? He said, overseas. I said,
Wow.
really? And the guy was living at African, if you know African prison, like that is inside Calabar South.
Yes.
And he was staying with his cousin. So he got the job. When he got the job, relocated to Satellite Town.
Okay.
1-bedroom flat.
Whoa.
And life became very good. And I think in 2 years, he bought 2 properties.
Whoa.
And I'm like, this is somebody I know, I personally know.
Yes.
It's not story from any other person. And this guy put in 3 years of his life and he has so much of balance. And you can see him and you push him off. He graduated from Unical and you won't even know that he has resources, he's doing well or anything. So at that point I knew that anybody can do something. So it begins from empathy. So the point where you start feeling that you can help other young people get better off even than you. The point where you start thinking that what our parents are going through is much. We need a generation that unlocks wealth.
True.
And so you start asking, how can this be done? And there's already a very clear path. You see in the Bible, before God could make a nation out of Israel, he sent them to Egypt to learn from the best. Egypt was a world power. They were the wealthiest. So when they were leaving, they had learned the technology, the knowledge of Egypt, and they had also gotten the wealth of Egypt. God said to them, collect gold, diamond, and whatever before leaving, so that you can use and go build, develop yourself. So it means there's a template for every young person that wants to get better. You have to learn from some of the very best. Then you have to export that talent. You have to use the talent, either you work remotely or you travel outside or you work for companies in your country, then you move into building startup or investing into a startup and all of that. So if you don't feel what people, if you've been broke, you understand that you need to help other people out of poverty. Like I tell my team, the only enemy we have is called poverty. It's not somebody else, it's just poverty. So the first thing every young person must do is to overcome poverty. And 4 years in school is enough to make that drastic decision. Because trust me, I know that maybe 70 or 60% of young people are certain things they're not very passionate about. They just can't waste their time. So you can be in school, see how to come out top of your class, and then redirect your energy into something that you know there is a future. Like I tell people, for the first time in the world, Africans have opportunity to learn alongside Europeans, Americans, and Asians. It is called AI. Never has it happened. We are always late in adopting technology.
True.
But for the first time now, everybody's trying to explore what the power of AI. Everybody's trying to build different companies using AI. So it means that we can also do so. It's just open. Just like Bitcoin, very soon you will not be able to play in. Just like social media. All the social media we're using is an American company. It's the same thing that will soon happen with AI if we don't reposition. And when you miss it, a generation have missed it all.
That's true. So the first thing we must notice is
empathy, vision.
Vision.
So you have to think beyond today. So, like I tell my team, we have to invest into education, edtech. Nigeria, we have a population of over 200 million. Every year, about 1.9 million young persons write jam to get into the university,
Yeah.
and I think we're about 700,000 get admitted, about 900,000 don't. So what happens? It means that we have to build platforms that they democratize access to education, so that every young person in Nigeria that wants access to tertiary education can have it.
Yes.
So Unical, they say the number is under 45,000 or 50,000 people that come to the school year. But with technology, 200,000 persons can be students of Unical. So what we are more concerned is to build that technology that makes that happen.
Yeah.
So you get, so vision, you must think the long-term vision. So now that things are like this, in the next 10 years, 20 years, what will happen? And you know, companies that are progressive are already thinking about 50, 100 years. It's a problem with our kind of leadership in Nigeria that people just think short term. So even young people that think short term, they won't invest. When I was doing this thing youth service, I remember my cousin telling me that I was spending my money organizing program, buying books too much, that I wasn't saving. But that was me investing into my own kind of future.
Yes.
Yeah,
that was
because-
your vision.
Yeah, my own vision. So I knew that, where I'm going, I need so much of knowledge about what's happening. Like I tell my people, man, now I need something around innovation and entrepreneurship. I need to. So you get.
Yes.
So empathy, vision, then you have to be very courageous.
Be
You need
courageous.
to be very courageous because it's not going to be easy. And you need to be courageous enough to wake up every day and keep pushing whether the numbers make sense or doesn't make sense. Because if you're a startup founder, you know that, man, even to get users, like the battle that we're facing, you have users, but to convert users to customer, it's a different ballgame.
Very
And
different.
so users that you're spending money to even get to, you spend money to get them to be onboarded. To now get them to now become customers, it's different ballgame. And then when you now even check your run rates, you discover, like I told my people, do you know by December, if we don't raise funds, we're going to shut down. Because see, this month, only our cloud services, we've spent about $50. So every month we're burning $50 just for cloud services. So when you calculate it in a year, that's about $600. So it means that if you don't scale your work, you don't raise money, you don't stay, you're going to be out of business. So it's a different, running a tech startup is totally different from traditional business. With $600 or with the money we've burned already, we would have had a very powerful restaurant at Marian.
Very
people
true.
come and chill and this.
So today he has decided to give away free slots and decided to extend it from 10 to a more open number. Free slots for software designing. So yes, you call in, you pick a number, I read the question out to you, you get it right, and you already know how this goes. The number to call is 08094444058. And just like I mentioned earlier, our guest has given the grace. So for those who miss the show but get the info, you have the chance to call in during other shows on Unical Radio, show interest, and you will be added to the list. Yes. So I will go back to focusing on my guest. Mr. Effiom, how do you feel so far?
I feel great. Yeah. I wish maybe I'm waiting for a caller. Would they ask questions?
No, they won't
Okay,
ask.
it's
I
not
will
a
ask
call,
them
okay, you are
questions.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
So, but it's great to be here. Like, nice conversation.
Yeah. We're really, really happy you were able to make it, and it seems like you're really taking this really, really well. So I want to know, how exactly do you stay motivated? How do you stay inspired? We have our first caller, so please permit me to cut you there. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, what's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Uba, calling from Unical.
Uba. Uba, welcome to the Founders CoNet. You know that our guest today is giving away free slots for software designing.
Yes, I do.
Uba, last week you won one of the slots for photography training. Have you attended your first class?
No, I wasn't informed on what to do.
You were reached out to, so don't worry, you'll get proper information later, but pick a number right now so I can read it out to you.
Okay, lucky number 2.
Number 2, what time and day does the Founders CoNet air on Unical Radio International?
Every Tuesday, 10 a.m.
I feel like I should make my questions harder because you are a regular listener and caller. So just give me a text on WhatsApp, identify yourself, and congratulations, you've won yourself a free slot to learn something in tech.
Wow, thank you very much. Thank you, the founder. Thank you to see you. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Alright, thank you.
So that is a Malabite who is a regular, and he has just won himself a free slot to learn software designing. I had a call clashing with that. I think about 2 other calls clashing with that one. So give me a call right back and I'll take it. And let's see if you actually win this thing. It's for you. So I was asking my guest how he stays motivated, how he stays inspired, even in challenging times. You know, there are times where I have another caller. To this caller 1718, we only take normal phone calls, not WhatsApp calls. So limit your calls to regular phone calls and not WhatsApp calls. Okay, thank you very much. Let me focus on my guest till you get it right.
Okay.
How you stay motivated, inspired, even in tough times, challenging times.
So I follow bigger founders.
Okay,
So
follow
in
bigger
short, I
founders.
stalk their social media.
So you're a stalker.
Yes. So I think one of the greatest minds existing on earth is Elon Musk. So daily I try to see what he's tweeting, what he's doing. I get inspiration a lot from him. I learn marketing from him and the guy-
Pardon me. You said you're expecting callers, and here they are. They will keep interrupting you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Okay, I'm Emmanuel, calling from Malabo.
Emmanuel, pick a number. I'll read it out to you, and you answer correctly. You know how this goes.
Okay. I'll take number 1.
Number 1. Let's see if you get it right. Number 1, what special offer? Can you hear me?
Yes.
What special offer did our guest announce on today's show?
Okay. They announced free apps learn Microsoft Excel.
Okay, beautiful. He knows the exact course. That's remarkable. Congratulations, you just won yourself a free slot. Give us a text on WhatsApp, identify yourself, and there you have it.
Thank you.
Sure, keep listening.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm very sorry for interrupting you.
It's fine.
Yeah, so you were saying how you stay
Yeah.
motivated.
So Elon Musk, then I'm feeling a lot of people are building AI startups. So it's
Okay.
not like my algorithm on X is about AI and startup.
Oh, wow.
Then on Instagram also. Then for Nigeria, I have Yusuf, Adewale Yusuf, like the founder of Old School Africa, Tech Point. So I tried to check his
You
X
said
handle.
Yusuf
Yeah, Adewale Yusuf.
Adewale.
Yeah, I check his X handle a lot. Then it's just about tech joining, tech founders. So I see because it's quite similar. Whatever they're going through, what I'm going through, they've gone through. So I try to check what they have done and how did they scale through. Like now that we're in quick commerce,
Yeah.
I look at Chowdig and Glovo every day. So like yesterday I saw
Yes,
I saw
Glovo.
that Chowdig surpassed 1 million delivery in 1 month.
Whoa.
And so I'm like, oh, come on. If you guys can do it, then
There's
someday
more.
we can
Yes.
also do it. Then
Yes.
so Glovo Child, constantly every day I wake up, I try to check what they are doing. What is it they are doing? What are they trying to implement? I go through their apps. So that's how I stay motivated for that. Then for the hub, CC Hub. CC Hub is the biggest hub in Africa. So
Wow.
I have friends there. Then constantly I stalk their social media to see what exactly they are doing. How can we embrace some of the things they're doing and see how to do same in Calabar. So it's just looking for people who are doing it at bigger scale than
And learn
following
from
and
them.
learn from them. I think it's just copy and paste. Sometimes creativity begins
Really?
with copy and paste.
Yeah.
And when you keep copying, pasting, you now have in-depth knowledge about it, then you start innovating.
Okay, so at this point now, for you personally, or for the hub now, since you're speaking for the hub, what would you say is the biggest challenge that you face? Like the biggest challenge that you face while building, right? And how did you get through it? How did it shape your vision?
We've been through series of challenge. I think the first one was actually trying to raise some level of funding to
funding.
get operations going. We went through that, but we still have more. We still need more funding. So because, like I tell people, that hubs are actually designed for programs. It is programs that make hubs powerful.
True.
So when you see the global hubs standing out, it's because of the programs they have, and those programs need a lot of funding. So we haven't gotten to the point where we have the kind of funding we need to scale our work across Nigeria or even cross it perfectly fine. But I know it's a journey, and then if we keep at it, someday we'll obviously have the breakthrough. So I think
Definitely.
consistency. We are okay. It's not like we're not okay. We're okay with our journey. We appreciate where we are, because for our city, there's nobody who's done what we've done in our city.
Wow.
So like I can say, come on, man. When it comes to this,
When it
number
comes to
one.
being outstanding,
We're leading
yeah,
in this
we're
kind of
on.
stuff,
Yes.
for our city. But our competition is not our city.
True.
Our
very
competition
true.
is the CCO. There are other bigger hubs.
There's the world.
In Africa and Nigeria. Can we match up with them? So that's our competition. So we look at what they're doing, what's their sort of funding,
Yeah.
how can we also do
I
this?
really want to ask what tech skill you'd say is very, very essential in building, in growing, both for young entrepreneurs, for those who already have something going well. I feel like I already know the answer because you've talked a lot about AI here. So what software skill, right? Let me still throw the question to you. What software skill would you say is one of the most essential that every young mind, every young entrepreneur must know about, must be versatile?
Well, I think the beginning point for tech is actually software engineering.
Okay, software engineering.
Yes. From software engineering, you can find yourself at anywhere.
Okay.
You
So
can-
the first thing
you
to
can-
go for is not any AI tool particularly.
It's because software engineering will expose you. You have basic knowledge about anything you're building upon. There has to be a foundation.
Yes.
So
definitely.
the foundation is actually software engineering. You need to understand basic software engineering. When you understand it, you can move. You can do AI. You can do data science. You can do machine learning. You can do anything you want to do, and yeah.
Okay.
That's for core.
For
But
core.
for designers, but I think software engineering is where anybody should
Starts
start
from.
with. Yeah.
Okay.
Whether cybersecurity, anything you're trying to do, you need to understand software engineering.
Software engineering.
Yeah.
So just in case you're still listening and wondering the number to call for the giveaway, our guest today is giving away an open number of free slots for software designing. Yes, for you to get trained in software designing, the number to call is 08094444058. I'll take it again for clarity. It's 08094444058, and feel free to call in on other shows on Unical Radio because it is an open slot, an open number for today. So we're going to get as many winners as possible. Our guest today is very, very generous. So yes, oh, we have a caller. Let's take this real quick. I think he was waiting for us to say the number again. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Hi, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Colorado.
Say that again.
I'm calling from Colorado.
Okay, what's your name?
Alright, I'm Micah by name.
Michael.
Yeah.
Michael, pick a number.
At number 5.
Number 5, let's see. So number 5's question is, what is the full name of today's guest? Let
Top tool is
let's try again. My guest for today. What is his full name?
software designer.
So I'll give you the chance, Mr. Michael, to go put yourself together, probably listen again, and give us a call right back. So you already know what the question is. You can pick that one again or another one and tell me what the guest's name for today is.
Okay. I think number 3.
No, you have to give us a call back. Okay.
Okay. All right.
So don't mix it up. Just keep paying attention, okay? The guests, I don't know which other word. The person I have on the show today, the person I'm interviewing, all I did was ask his name, but I'm sure he's gonna get it again. Okay, how do you measure the impact of Guru Innovation Hub? Because we know that it's a lot you have going and the vision is strong, it is solid, it is moving, definitely it's in motion. Well, how do you measure after a week, after a month? How do you measure, okay, we've made this much progress, we've done this, we've done that, we can be compared to CC Hub now. How do you measure the Did you see his eyes? Okay, so how do you measure the progress?
We can be compared to CPO.
Yes.
Okay, so it's very simple.
Yeah.
I think 2 years ago, a young girl walked into our facility through a program we do in partnership with the Office of the First Lady of Cultural STEM.
Okay.
So STEM girls.
STEM
Then
girls, yeah.
after the training, we got her into our facility, provided mentorship for her. Then today she's the Google Developers Club lead in Unicross.
Wow.
Yeah. Then she's a software engineer right now. So that's how I measure the impact. So how I measure the impact is that same 2 years ago I had a 17-year-old young boy who was a student in computer science walking into our facility in Unicross to do a compulsory, I think, with the IT stuff they were
Yeah,
doing with us.
yeah.
And then 2 years after, he's the CTO of our company. That's how I measure the impact. So I can measure, go over and over and over and over.
I'm close
So
to
you
these
get-
ages you've
So-
mentioned, so
So the truth is that impact is through the lives you see transform. Because I can read numbers, I can tell you, like for instance, the STEM girls have trained over 3,072 girls across Cross River State. Oh, but the ones I see every day, the ones I can relate, the ones I have mentored and see how they have improved, that's impact for me.
that's impact,
Yeah.
yes, definitely. Well, okay, so what advice? And I think at this point we're already rounding up. What advice would you say you have for young innovators, young entrepreneurs out there, especially the ones that feel less about themselves or feel like, you know what, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough capital to start up. What advice do you have for them? Should they just give up and, you know, crush their dreams or?
Okay, so people always say they don't have enough money, they don't have money to start. And the richest man in the world is still looking for money.
Good one.
The richest man in Africa is still looking for money.
Good one.
So mean that there's never going to be a time you have enough. But there is always a time you have something.
Oh, wait.
So every young
Hey.
person have time and energy. What are you doing with the time and
And
energy?
the energy.
Every young person have time, have energy. They even have data. They're on TikTok. So it's just about your priority. How do you redirect your energy for the next 5 years into just one thing?
One thing.
Not trying to do many things. How can you, it's signal. That's why I said, like, Elon is my best guy. You have to zero the noise around you and focus on just something.
Yeah.
And then see how you can go in that direction. In biology, if we have this stuff, photosynthesis, where if a plant, the plant that is exposed to light will always grow towards the direction of the sunlight.
Yes.
So if you put in all your energy into something for 3-5 years, you're going to see the results. So young people need to put their energy, use the time and energy. It won't be available all the time. And that's 15, you're in university 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. it's the best time for you. Just forget about, oh, man, I don't have clothes, I don't do this. Find yourself. We have a hub just at the tag by main gate here, by the ATM, the UBA ATM. Just find yourself and come in there. I have young people that sleep there every day. Like every day, all their life is they just want to get better.
True.
And you can't tell me that those young people will not become better. It's not possible. So that is that. Then for those who are building, I think also that for us in Cross River State, there's a lot of talk. People talk a lot. You know, my appearance in programs, I reduce it drastically because I need all the time to focus on what I'm trying to build. So we have to get to a point where we are building things. We want to own things. Ownership. People need to now say, oh, we want to have ownership of things. We want to see how we can focus. See, like, let's say tourism. This tourism, we shout, Cross River State is tourism, Cross River is tourism. Who's making money from tourism? Do we have a tourism technology company? Like, we have this where people can even book to go to our local tourist sites from Cross River State. So money is littered, but nobody's doing it. So look at, we are the headquarters of food, right? Like we have the best dishes in Nigeria, but do we have big restaurants from this city that are across Nigeria? Have we exported our talents? Those people that can cook. So there's something we've not done well.
Yes.
There's something we've not. So not until some set of young people say, oh, for instance, this chef, we want to take our people across the globe. We want to see how to organize food fair, epic food fair across, or Calabar food fair across Nigeria, across the globe, and people can test our delicacy and see how people can cook. Then people can start ordering, getting chefs from our platform. Not until that. So we need to say it's time for ownership.
Yeah.
And we have to reduce, now we have to reduce the number of young persons that want to get into politics. Any place where you see, sorry, I'm a pastor child, like I'm a religious person, but any place you see more churches than businesses, there's a problem. Yes, there's a problem. So when more early in the, because of maybe my religious belief, let me just leave that conversation. You get, so
yes.
We have to be able to say, oh, we have to build stuff, and building stuff is a deliberate thing. Look at this Unical Radio.
Yes, that's
providing
Unical Radio.
This Unical Radio.
Yes.
Providing information to Unical and people outside Unical. Do you get?
Yes.
It's powerful than just people talking. No matter how somebody talks in Malabar Square, without platform technology,
True.
You can amplify whatever you're doing.
Exactly.
And so now you're telling stories of founders. If you keep telling stories of founders on this program, and then the founders scale their product, and then more users can find the founders through your radio program, someday the founders will come and reinvest their money into the program.
Yeah.
That's so. If you check the big podcast, that's what happens. So now, how can all Unical students come together and make Unical Radio become powerful? How can you increase? How can they help? We find a place where people want to be so decentralized. They don't want to converge together to see how something becomes big.
Yeah.
If we don't have something big, we can't have breakthrough.
True.
And it's the problem we have in our city, that small things can make greatness. So if virtually all the young people in Unical come together, follow the Unical Instagram, TikTok, and whatever, and so every entrepreneur will know that, oh, if I go on Unical Radio, I'm going to have access to all the students in Unical. Oh,
yes.
50,000, 10,000. So automatically, if I'm planning my office for publicity, I'll plan to give funds to Unical Radio because the Unical students will see what I'm doing. So, but how do we get to that point? Unical students have to come back to understand that this platform will bring more good to them. So it's the issue we have. I saw the energy people in Calabar were talking about who becomes the next VC. And I told people in my office, if we take this same vigorosity and energy to talk about businesses out of this city, the businesses will come big. The energy we use to shout government this, government that, if we shout it for one business, like in the next 3-4 days, and we say let's pick businesses from Calabar and we keep shouting about it, the whole Nigeria will hear about
Very
it.
true.
So I use this platform to solicit to all cross-riverians, non-cross-riverians that are staying here. For us to build something big from this city, we need leadership, and that leadership comes when we can push platforms, businesses to become big so that they can grow and help other people to become big.
Very true. So now finally you're going to tell us, because we are already wrapping up, we're behind time. How can people find you? How can sponsors, how can other people who want to partner and connect with Grow Innovation and Iwan Food? How can they reach you? How can they find you? Social media?
Yeah, we're on all social media. Guru Innovation Hub. Just search for Guru Innovation Hub, like GURU Innovation Hub. You're going to find us. Facebook, Instagram, and X. Then Iwan, you're going to find us. Iwan Food, Facebook. Iwan Africa, Facebook. Iwan Africa, Instagram. Then I think on TikTok, Iwan Food. Yeah, you're going to find us. And you can also find us on Google. If you search on Google, you always find.
Okay, beautiful. It's been an amazing time with you in the studio, sir. I must say, the entire Unical Radio team, we are happy that we got this time with you. I have a few more rapid fire questions. These are really, really important to me. They are off the serious questions now. They're going to be lighter. Okay. So, just before we wrap up, coffee or tea?
Tea.
Tea. I would have you explain that, but you have like 10 seconds. So let's just move on. One word that captures your leadership style.
Empathy.
Empathy. A book that made a significant impact on
Think
you.
and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
Say it again.
Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Green.
Napoleon Hill.
Hill. Oh, okay. Okay. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
All around.
All around. I get that a lot. One app every founder should have.
X.
I was going to say ChatGPT.
No, I suppose my guy is on Mars. X.
Okay.
He's building croc. So we can croc everything.
What is your hidden talent? Something nobody knows about you. Nobody. Makeup artist. Singer. Actor.
God.
You don't know your own hidden talent?
I don't know my hidden talent. I think I've used all the talent I have.
You brought all
So
of them
depending
today.
on where you find me, I've used them. If it's in church, I sing and I play keyboard. So depending.
If you weren't an entrepreneur, what would you be?
Medical doctor.
A medical doctor. Okay. Okay, and even with that, you could still be an entrepreneur. That is beautiful. That's all the rapid fire questions we have for today. Mr. Effiom, thank you so much for sharing your story. Thank you so much for sharing insight, for inspiring young people, for inspiring me. And I know that, all of you out there listen and you think, what, this host has it together and she probably already knows all of these things. I'll have you know that many of the things he said today, just like you learned, I also learned them for the very first time. Now, what really hits me today is that even the richest man in the world is still looking for more money. So there's never a time where you have enough money, but there's always a time where you have something. And as a young person, you have energy, you have time. What are you doing with your time and what are you doing with your energy? There are platforms. There is Unical Radio, there's Grow Innovation Hub. There are many of them. Just walk into them and tell them, sir, see me. Just see me, do something, see me. I'm young, I'm energetic, use my time, use my energy, help me build. Yes, you can be what you want to be. And just in case you don't know what to be, it's fine. Still pray to God and there are open opportunities for you out there. Do not waste your time. Do not waste your energy. The Founders Community Network is presently running a sponsorship program. So just in case you want to sponsor the Founders Community Network, all you have to do is find our page, drop us a text, or you can just send us a text via email on enejawisdom@gmail.com. It's ENEJA, it's wisdom, it's gmail.com. Very, very simple. And that's all the time we have. That's even past the time we have for the Founders Community Network. I will I'll urge you to anticipate our next episode because you know that it is always hot, it's always heated, and we bring you the very best from across various fields. This has been the Founders CoNet. My name is Eneja Wisdom Chinichin. I'm that wise girl behind the mic. This is Unical Radio International, where we bring to you education beyond barriers.